Hi everybody, welcome again to my channel, or to my, I guess this is my Snapchat. This is where I'm doing them, and then I upload them into my YouTube channel. But anyway, please don't forget to subscribe and to follow me, just because that kind of counts towards my, into my channel, my analytics, whatever. So today we're going to be doing some empanadas de plátano maduro. So we have our banana maduros are right here, our plátano maduros, I mean. Why say banana? But anyway, and we're gonna mix it with some potatoes, and we're gonna put some cheese on it, and that is what we're gonna do today. So if you want to see how it goes, then keep watching. All right, and then I'm going to show you, you're going to cut the ends of your banana, of your plátano, and then you're going to cut it down the middle, okay? So you can take the peel off, and then you're just going to cut it into pieces like that. And then we're going to grab our potatoes, wash them, peel them, and then you're going to cut them into pieces too. So I'll show you. So once you peel the potatoes, this is how you're going to cut them, just into pieces that you can cook it down on. So just like that, I'm just showing you with a few potatoes. Okay, I'm going to put maybe like one more potato in there, and or maybe two more potatoes in there, and then I'm going to put them in water to boil. So my pot is already down there heating up, and that's where we're gonna put them. All right, once you've cut them up and you wash them and everything, you put them in the water, let it boil until the plátano is softened and the potato is softened. You should be able to put a fork right through it, so that's how you know that it is done. And once these are done, I'll show you. You can clean up while you're waiting for this to cook down. I'm going to put it a little bit on a medium-high heat, and that's how we're going to cook it down. So don't forget to put salt in the water. I didn't show you in the video, but you do have to put salt in the water to flavor it kind of when it's cooking. So make sure you put enough salt. Basically, it's going to be to how much you want to put in it. I don't measure anything, as you guys seen in my videos. I don't measure anything. I pretty much eyeball everything, and I use everything as however I want, how salty, how flavorful I want it. I do it. But if you guys want me to do measurements, let me know in the comments down below. Send me a message, email me, whatever you want. Put it in my Instagram message, in one of the comment sections there. So you guys can let me know if you guys want exact measurements, and that way I can start just measuring things when I'm making it, so I can show you guys that. All right, ladies, so once the knife goes slides right through that, and it goes right through that like that, that means these are done. So we're gonna take them out of the water, and we're gonna start mashing them. So while the potatoes and the what do you call it, the plátano, you gotta let them rest a little bit before you can mash them up, but you have to let them cool down just a little bit before you start adding the rest of the stuff, because you do have to put an egg in it, and you don't want the egg to cook, so you gotta let it cool off a little bit. Either way, in another pan, we're gonna start making the carne. So I have a pan here heating up already. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of canola oil, and then I'll put in the meat. All right, so you're gonna put your meat, you're gonna kind of crumble it a little bit in your hands, and then you're going to put it like this. Make sure you stir in there. Okay, I'm going to put in this much of garlic in there, and then the diced onions and the diced bell pepper. Okay, we're not putting any tomato, because this is gonna go stuffed inside something, and we don't want it wet. Okay, so that's how we're gonna cook it. Okay, stir that in. We're gonna put some seasoning. I am gonna use a Goya product, which I know that a lot of people are not using, and I have posted about boycotting it, but this is something that I bought way before that person said stuff about that. So I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna throw out what I bought already and, you know, use my well-earned money to buy. I'm just gonna use it. I'm not gonna throw it out. If you have an alternative, then you use that and flavor your food with that. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper in here. Okay, I know the seasoning already has some of that in there, but I like to put my salt and pepper a little bit more in this. So we're gonna put some salt and then pepper. All right, so we're gonna add some garlic to flavor this. Okay, and then salt. Okay, and we're gonna mash this, and we're gonna mash it until it's like really into a dough. Okay, once we have done that, we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients, which will be eggs, flour, and baking powder. Okay, so once you have it smashed up to the consistency of this, it should just be able to do that. Okay, now we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. Just make sure that this is not too hot because you don't want that egg to cook on here. Okay, and it's just gonna be one egg. So we're going to put in the egg first. Okay, this is just a medium egg, I guess, and then you can mix it with the spoon. Okay, make sure they get mixed very well in there. Okay, and now we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of flour, and then I want to say maybe like a teaspoon of baking powder. So we're going to mix it until this turns into a dough, basically. And you can add more flour if needed, because this should not be sticky. So I think we're going to add a little bit more, so maybe 2 more tablespoons of flour here. And then just keep stirring. All right, so we're gonna take a little ball like that. We're gonna use some oil, put it on the little ball here. Tortilla. That's so it won't stick. Tortilla. And then we're gonna use a tortillera, just because I'm not going to flatten that out by hand. We're gonna grab some meat. Okay, and we're gonna put some meat in the center of it. Okay, for me it's easier to grab it with my hand. We're gonna use the plastic and we're gonna put them together just like that. And you do the same thing with the cheese ones. So just make sure you pinch all the edges together so it will not come apart when you put it in the oil. And then we do the same thing with the cheese. Put the cheese right in the center. Put as much cheese as you can, but you got to make sure that when you do put it in there, it's going to be enough that it will have enough space for it to close. Okay, so you're going to close it like that. Okay, make sure you close those edges, and then you're going to put it in the oil, in the pan with oil to fry it. Okay, we're going to place them in the oil just like that. Okay, and we're gonna fry it. It shouldn't take too long, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. You can start putting some on the top oil like that. Kind of start cooking it down. My oil is a little bit too hot, so I'm just gonna kind of work fast with this so they won't burn. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Like I said, just kind of work fast to cook it in there. And don't make them too thick or too thin. If you do make them a little bit thick, just make sure that you have your oil set in kind of like a low heat, because you want it to cook through. I made them a little bit thin so it's not so they're kind of cooking pretty quickly.